to the Prologue, you know, you've got to be on the front row for Sunday morning. You've got to be in the first 50. I mean, it's unbelievably fast. It feels dangerous all the way up there, really. So it's like 10 minutes or whatever of. It's not the best moment on a bike, but you know, like you said, it's very important. I started straight behind Niter. Track was quite clean actually, and quite easy to see where everything was, so in fairly good control. So I'm probably happy enough with my speed, but you know, it's difficult to gauge, you know, sort of where I will be in the standings. Really, like I said, I'm happy with the top 50 for the front row. Yeah, I think it's better for me if it's raining really. I think it'll be a little bit slower and a little bit trickier at the start. And yeah, if I could choose, I'd definitely have it rain. I think you know, my fitness won't be the same as what, you know, for example, Graham and Johnny Walker is. And I think if it's raining, it'll just bring that a little bit closer. Really, I think I need that little bit of help. I think my biggest problem here in this event is, you know, the first sort of 20-25 minutes is so fast, I lose so much time on them, and then I'm sort of playing catch up for the rest of the day really. You know, I do need to try and stick with them a little bit more, no matter how difficult it is really, and you know, sort of try and hang on to them a bit at the beginning, which is definitely where I'm losing all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a thing really. You know, you've got 500 people in the bottom of a quarry, which no matter how hot and dry it is, it always seems as if there's a foot of water down there as well. So you're set off, not only can you not see a thing, you're absolutely covered in water. Then as you come out of the quarry, you just get covered in dust, so you can't see. It all feels horrendous. Everything on the bike's covered in dirt and mud, and I know it's an amazing start, and that's where it all. I mean, they just out the block so fast, and that's where I need to be. I need to be quicker out of the start, really, and just try and hang on to them. I think really it's once you've been along Carl's Diner both ways, there is difficult parts after that, but it seems to be broken up a little bit, and then there's a nasty downhill coming into Dynamite, and really at Dynamite you've just had enough, and there's always a loop in it or something like that, and you know, the crowd are pushing you as best as they can, but you've got double vision by that time, you're sort of shaking, you don't want to go any further, but you know, once you've got to the top of Dynamite, it's basically downhill to the finish, and all of a sudden the pain doesn't feel that bad when you're coming down that hill. Final push is Dynamite, and then from there you're sort of cruising a little bit, and it's almost quite enjoyable really, because you're basically at home. Fortunately, before I've been in a position where I've not been too close to anybody, so you can just sort of back off a little bit and cruise in really. But yeah, no, it's a tough race, and there's definitely a few stings in the tail. I think the best has to be last year. You know, I was third across the line, but obviously Graham had missed the checkpoint, and to gain second place after not really riding, you know, I'd just injured my ankle in the Scottish 6 days and not really ridden since then. I think to get second place in an event like this was great really. I mean, I'd love to go one higher, but to be honest, if you're on the podium, you've got to be happy here.
What sort of emotion comes through you when you're on the podium? Such a big crowd here and everything.
You're just glad it's over. You don't really take in anything else. You're just thinking, I never want to see that bike again. It's an absolute killer really for man and machine really. There's no fun riding with double vision and your arms that tired that you can't pick your elbows up. That's how it is. Yeah, I mean, obviously my worst moment will have to be, you know, finishing the helicopter on the first year. I had a big crash at the start, damaged the clutch on the bike. I was on a 454 stroke with no electric start. It was about 32 degrees. It was just a nightmare of a day from start to finish, really. I should have pulled up. I should have pulled up, definitely. You know, but I was pushing it, I was fighting it. There was no clutch. It kept stalling all the time. I couldn't start it. And I ended up in the hospital, so via the helicopter, so that's definitely the worst. It's amazing, you can see by how many riders there is doing it and how many people are sort of pushing for it, and also the sort of quantity of people that have got no chance of qualifying. You know, it's a massive event, it means so much, and yes, from the sort of the club riders right to the professional riders, so yeah, it's a bit of a one-off here.
For anybody new coming this year, can you suggest a top tip for them?
Top tip here is get your €20 out, pay for your helicopter insurance, bring your pen to sign your life away, then set off. That's it, anything else, nothing else to do. Bloody ridiculous. 2,000 idiots in a quarry.